This video goes through 2.20, understanding how varying carbon dioxide concentration, light intensity and temperature affect the rates of photosynthesis from the nutrition in plants topic. The blank version of this can be found in classwork, and the completed version seen in the video is in the content library. Starting with light intensity then. So light energy needs to be able to be absorbed by the chlorophyll to allow photosynthesis to happen, which means that at very low levels of light intensity, the rate of photosynthesis will be very low, even though light intensity isn't actually something that gets used up by photosynthesis. As light intensity increases, rate of photosynthesis will also increase until it reaches a point where further increase of light intensity no longer actually increases the rate of photosynthesis. We can draw on this dotted line and label that the first part, where increasing light intensity does increase the rate of photosynthesis. During that time, light is a limiting factor of photosynthesis. So it's during that time where insufficient light is a reason why photosynthesis is happening slower than it could be. After the dotted line, instead, something else must be the limiting factor. So it doesn't mean that photosynthesis can't go any faster than that. It just means that light intensity is no longer the reason why photosynthesis isn't happening faster. So we see that plateau of the graph. Carbon dioxide, we see similar. In terms of the shape of the graph, we see that at very low levels of carbon dioxide, rate of photosynthesis is very low. And then again, we would see a plateau at higher levels of carbon dioxide. So again, we can draw on that dotted line where before that, carbon dioxide is the reason why photosynthesis isn't happening faster. It's a limiting factor. And then after the dotted line, something else is the limiting factor. And the third one then, temperature, is slightly different. Because temperature is not something that is kind of used up by photosynthesis in any way. However, we do see this kind of rough shape of the graph for temperature. Now, this is because photosynthesis is catalyzed by a number of enzymes, which means that at very low temperatures, those enzymes are going to work very slowly. They're going to have an optimum temperature at which those enzymes are able to catalyze photosynthesis at a maximum rate. So we would see a maximum rate of photosynthesis. And then at high temperatures, we would see denaturing of enzymes involved in photosynthesis. So as I've said there, that at very low temperatures is very low kinetic energy. All of those particles are going to be moving around very slowly, which means that photosynthesis will be very slow, but that at very high temperatures, the enzymes can become denatured. So all three of these are limiting factors, which means that all three in kind of insufficient quantities or with temperature, if it's too high or too low, that it restricts life processes, in this case photosynthesis. But they do work in slightly different ways. So light intensity does provide energy for photosynthesis, whereas carbon dioxide is actually a reagent for photosynthesis, so it's an ingredient for photosynthesis. And then for temperature, it's all to do with the enzymes that are a part of photosynthesis, that they need to be able to have appropriate temperatures, optimum temperatures, in order for photosynthesis to be able to happen as quickly as possible.